Yeah, we starting. Let's see. Let's get it going. 1, 2, 3. We ready? You ready? You loosened up?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Let's get this shit going. 1, 2, 3. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your host of the Big Black Dude Show, Aaron the Big Black Dude himself, with another video. And I got my co-host,
DR from DR. It's your boy. You already know what it is. Queen City all day, every day.
Queen City all day. We're not going to use his real name yet for some reason, so we're just going to keep it DR from DR.
Yeah,
still.
Sure.
I might make a mistake every once in a while and, like, you know, call you by a government, but I won't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do my best to just call you DR from DR, or just DR for short, or just D. All right, you guys got that? His name is D for Big Dick. Word. Yeah. Know what I mean? We the big dick boys. That's how we going in this with this one.
Big facts though.
Big facts though. Yeah. So how's it been, man? It's been a long time since we made a video.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long time.
And the last one we made never made it to the...
Yeah, the last one we made, we had sound issues. It didn't even go up. But this one, we got some new equipment. It should look nicer and better for everybody to hear our tirades. And
Your tirades.
My tirades. Let's get straight to the shits. Let's get straight to the fucking... Why are dudes so fucking gay? Why are dudes today bitches? When did the roles switch?
Oh man, I think I don't know. There's a lot of combinations, bro. It's.
I can tell you what it is. If you ain't ready to go in, I'm a going.
Go ahead.
You know.
I'm gonna let you.
I'm blaming Captain Planet. I'm blaming Barney. I'm blaming the school system. Y'all all making a bunch of gay ass dudes, and now we got MGTOW. And MGTOW is going by storm. I thought it was over by now.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was done until I seen my comment section. It's still going off every once in a while. There's some...
You're like Mr. MGTOW. Like, you're like probably the most hated person in the MGTOW community.
No.
Or one of them.
No, I'm not yet. I didn't get that moniker yet. I'm not famous enough.
Not yet.
But I will. I want to be Mr. Anti-MGTOW. MGTOW is the worst fucking thing to happen to guys since feminism, honestly. You know, it's my least favorite thing on the internet right now, right next to, like, neo-Nazis. It's neo-Nazis and MGTOW.
Damn.
You know, it's bad because what it's doing is it's completely changing the fabric of what does it mean to be a man.
Right.
You know, and what it means to be a man is not to be a whiny bitch. That's one of the that's one of the prerequisites of being a man.
It come with the shit. But like a lot, like you could look back in the 70s, the 80s, the 60s, the 50s. Like, you know, people were just more hardened. You know,
yeah.
People were just more. You know what I mean, you do what you gotta do, and it's like, but like, you gotta explain to me what the fuck MGTOW really is. 'Cause I honestly, I watched some videos, not necessarily on the meaning of MGTOW, but like, it's funny that like MGTOW, I never knew what the fuck it was, and it just came up in the algorithm of like my YouTube, and then I remember clicking on it, and it would show like somebody on a talk show, and a woman like did a dude dirty, and then it's just so please explain to me, please enlighten me.
Finally,
please enlighten me. I really don't know anything about MGTOW at all.
There's 50 MGTOW videos on my shit where I use the word MGTOW, and it's still elusive to a lot of people. Most people who watch my videos, who know me, still don't know what fucking MGTOW is.
And it's not for nothing, but like, I don't know. It hasn't really like piqued my interest at all.
It shouldn't,
because I'm very masculine. I'm very like a manly man. So
yeah, really you're secure in your shit.
Yeah, I mean, I may have like female features in a way, like. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're pretty as fuck. I mean, you a pretty ass nigga.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, I fuck you. If I was a woman, no, that's staying in. We this is 2020. All the gloves are fucking off. There's no editing in this bullshit. I don't care if I stutter, if I fucking spit on a microphone. I don't give a fuck. It's all staying in.
Yo, but
I'm done with editing these fucking videos. It's going straight up crazy. Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, like, I just need you to explain like what it is. Like what is MGTOW?
MGTOW is a bunch of losers. That's right, losers that are going online as a collective movement to sort of bash women, to sort of take back what they think they've lost.
Yeah.
And all the complaining in the fucking world ain't gonna give you your fucking balls back.
So I got a question for you. So why do you think they're complaining about women? Because they've been hurt by women before, or like what's?
Of course.
Like, what's the root? What's the root? Like what? All right. So my question is this: what created MGTOW? Like what? You know what I'm saying, what do you, in your mind, what do you think? Because you could say what you think, and there's gonna be people that are gonna comment, people that are like, you know, always hit you with the comments. Oh, they're confused, or they're this, and they're not. I mean,
what started the MGTOW?
Yeah, what do you think, in your opinion, that started MGTOW? Besides broken hearts, because that's
broken
the obvious,
hearts.
but besides that, there's obviously some underlying issues there.
It's a counterpoint to the feminist movement. You know, feminism has been pushed really strong in the last like 30, 40 years, you know, especially accelerating, you know, in the early 90s and upward.
Yeah.
And they somehow feel like the uplifting of women, and I agree, and I agree with some MGTOW sentiment. There is a lot of versions of feminism that's anti-man.
Yeah. I mean, you got niggas that's feminist. How does that happen?
Like, that's unreal.
How the fuck that, like, where in the world, like, how is that possible?
A male feminist?
How can you be a feminist? Yeah.
A male feminist is just a guy who wants to get fucking laid in a different way. You know, that fucking, a male feminist is that slimy motherfucker who's on the phone with, yeah, I would never do that. I would never do that to you. He hurt you like that. We've all seen that fucking guy before.
Feminist is a nigga that, like, you my mans and shit, right? And then your girl come to me because you did her wrong. Or whatever. She trying to get something out of me, and I'm, like, siding with her.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to duff that.
Yeah, because you're trying to duff that. That's a male feminist. It's just another angle to get pussy, and whoever does that is disgusting. Now, back to the MGTOW shit. It's the feminism movement that sort of started to bring that sentiment up. And the late great Patrice O'Neal. I always bring up Patrice O'Neal with MGTOW is because a lot of his sentiment is encoded into the DNA of MGTOW.
Right.
If you motherfuckers still watch fucking Patrice O'Neal, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should stop doing all that male bashing, that female bashing bullshit. I need to show you some videos. It's really sick. It's really sad.
That's the thing, though. But I doubt that anyone that's a part of MGTOW has been exposed to Patrice.
They have to. He's so his shit's so popular, and you could still feel his sentiment. You could still feel his DNA in MGTOW.
But I feel like it's just it's all about perception. So it's like how they perceive his message.
Oh yeah,
but they're not really perceiving it in the way that it should be perceived.
Oh yeah, no, it's completely been distorted and perverted, but fuck MGTOW, fuck all that. It's just about what does it mean to be a man nowadays. Like I always say, you know, be a man or whatever. Yeah. What does that really mean to people? Like, what does that mean? For example, you know, because we're having a conversation. What does that mean to you, being a man?
Being a man, for me, is like someone that's, you know, if I'm in a relationship and, you know, I'm with a woman, obviously. Not that there's not anything wrong with that. Love is love. Love who you love. But for me, it's just like being a rock and being like there for that, for your woman. And you can't, like women, like I'm a man of logic. You know what I mean? Like emotions don't rule my world. Although they are very prevalent in it, I feel as though, you know, I identify the problem, I develop a solution, and then, you know, I put my problem solving tactics into it from a very calm and calculated place, and I feel just like a lot of dudes just kind of let their emotions get over them. But because it's almost
I'm one of them.
I feel like a lot of dudes now, because a woman is very powerful. A woman can affect you in ways that, like, you could be sad, you could be happy, you can be. The power of a female is
they give
crazy.
you life.
Yeah, they'll give you life, or they'll take the life out of you.
Yeah, they can
You know what I mean?
They can fucking take the soul out of you real quick. Women are powerful. I'll give women that. And I mean, in the end, everything that I talk about or that we talk about ultimately comes from a place of love.
Right. You know.
Back in effect. And let's get let's get this conversation going. We had a nice conversation rolling in here.
Yeah.
You know, and
freestyling, bro. We just in the booth freestyling. So.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it's gonna be like this whole time.
Yeah.
And we got into an interesting conversation just now about, and this is an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in your experience in talking to women.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you talk to them,
Mm-hmm.
do you really think they fully know the real you?
Nah. Like, up to the point where I'm at now, nah. I never felt like always had that feeling of like, am I here?
Yeah.
Like, do you not see me? Like, you know, I've always had that feeling. But you know what I mean? Because for me, like, I've always been like very spiritual. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
From a very young age. And I just feel like all people I always question people, is it like infatuation?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like the honeymoon phase, it could be for, you know, a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever.
Yeah.
And I never had somebody more so like, you know, acknowledge everything that we've said for the longest.
Yeah, who recognizes the divinity inside you.
Right. And then for me, but it's just like, you know, at this point, it's just like I've excelled and have come to a point where, you know, I'm very open. You know,
Yeah.
and even in the last conversation of what we had, like, a lot of people don't know what it's like for me in my daily life, because, you know what I'm saying? It's just, everything is super loud. Everything.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes, you know, you know what I'm saying, Henny comes into play, shit like that, because I'm trying to numb, because I feel too much, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
But you know what else could help with that?
What?
Besides Henny? Meditation.
Yeah, and what were we doing? What did we used to do at a young age when we were meditating, practicing martial arts, and then what would we do after we were done? And we felt enlightened, we would call each other and we would talk on the phone.
Yeah.
And you know, that was like, we were so ahead of our time. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything that people used to fucking think we was weird about is the norm now.
Yeah, and I still remember like being in high school. I mean, being in school and shit, like middle school and shit, and people would come to me like, "Oh, why you chilling with those dweebs? Like, why you chilling with them niggas? Like, cause you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
like,
didn't
what do
know.
you mean? Like, nah, like fuck that.
They had no idea.
These are my niggas. Like, I ain't gonna chill with nobody, but I'm mad loyal. Like, but that's just goes to show you that, like, you know what I'm saying. Number one, I'm a loyal nigga, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all was my brothers, but I lived dead ass had people coming up to me like, "Oh, why you chilling? Why you chilling with these niggas?"
Yeah,
because they maybe had a perception of me of you know what I'm saying.
Mr.
Like,
Cool Man.
Yeah, like I should be like in a different crowd, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
y'all wanna fuck with me, but these my niggas, like, I don't care. I'm gonna rock for my niggas. And you know what I'm saying? You've been with me from day one. Like, you've been ready to scrap with me forever. Like,
Yeah.
you know how I get down, nigga. I'm ready. I'll get it shaken with anybody. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You feel me? But you always been there from day fucking one, nigga. And they ain't never scared.
Of course.
I can't say that for everybody, of course, but you know what I mean? We're not gonna get into that, but
yeah, I mean
but you feel me? But you always been there like ready to get it shaking and
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You always been a real ass nigga, and I still remember like when I first met you, when I saw you drawing and shit, and I came and I kind of hovered over you. I'm like, what you drawing? You was like mad secretive, and I'm just like, damn, I'm gonna sit over here, like, but I still like that kept me intrigued though because like the way you were.
Yeah.
And I kind of just kept like prying a little bit, see like what's up. And then I remember you used to always chill by the gate, always be by yourself, and then we ended up chopping it up. Through, you know what I mean? Just expressing ourselves to each other. And I was thinking about the other day, and I know, I mean, whatever.
No, we're gonna leave this on.
This is whatever.
We're gonna leave this going.
But I never forget when I invited you to my crib, and I was like, yo, like my parents are mad cool. Like I got mad games. Remember, I had like a whole fucking thing like full of games and shit. And I invited you over, and you were like, I don't know, like, you know, the last person that told me that the parents were cool, like they were acting a type of way.
Yeah.
Cause you were there, like, cause I guess maybe they didn't expect company or whatever. And I remember you came over, like, we played games, we fucking was laughing at the picture, like, Dennis Rodman, because his ears looked like it was all the way up here.
Yeah.
And fucking cracking up, and then you go downstairs, and my mom was like, stay for dinner, like, you know what I mean? And then I remember, I never forget, you was like, yo, your parents are mad fucking cool. Like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't met parents like that
ever.
ever.
It was dope, though, because I'm just like, I told you, like, bro, like, I got you, like, yo, bro, he man cool. And then, you know what I mean? Our friendship developed from that day to
now
up to this point, yeah. And it's wild. Like, I be thinking about shit. I always think about the past. I live in the present, but I always think about the past. You feel me?
Yeah.
'Cause it helps me to appreciate the present.
Man, it's so crazy. Like from where we've come from to where we are now.
Yeah.
It's like it feels like multiple lifetimes ago. You know what I mean? And that just feels like multiple lifetimes ago. Like different phases, especially like when we were younger, and then we started practicing, and we started, you know, getting into our creativity bag.
Yeah.
You know, especially when we had the Trinity going strong.
Yeah.
And then there was high school, and then girls came into play, and then after high school, and shit just went to 1,000 for everybody. You know what I mean? But I still feel like we both was savages in our own right. You know,
yeah, absolutely.
The bitches you can attain were at a higher level than what I could at the time, but I was still getting it the fuck in. Like I feel embarrassed about how many people that I brought over. And I mean, smashed it. You know, like I feel I'm embarrassed of that shit.
But like you shouldn't be. Honestly, like to be honest with you, like you shouldn't feel embarrassed because it's like everybody got their journey. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like the only thing that I didn't really agree with is that like you didn't like value like your body as the way you should, because it's a lot of niggas that just want to throw their dick in all type of shorties and do whatever. Like, so you didn't really like value your body in that way, you know what I'm saying? Like, your kids, nigga, when you skeet up in a shorty, like, bro, that's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, no, you're right. 100%
like,
you're right.
I just feel like you gotta hold your body and
to higher esteem.
Yeah, look at the kids that came. Look at the kids that, you know what I mean? They're fucking beautiful, bro. Every woman don't deserve that. we God, nigga, and you fucking planting your seed in any bitch, like it don't, bro.
Yeah, for 2020, I definitely want to be a little more litigious with my fucking sperm. I mean, I definitely just can't. Yeah. I just can't give it to everybody.
But because sometimes I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like sometimes you forget your value, and sometimes I feel like you don't even know how amazing that you are.
Yeah, but
you stand in your own way in regards to that. Because bitch, I don't give a fuck how bad a bitch is. If your personality is shit and I'm not nothing to you, I ain't fucking you. Yeah. Period.
Damn, I used to be the opposite. I used to love a girl with a shitty personality. Maybe just want to fuck them more. But it's like that was the young and dumb conqueror Aaron who had no self-control over his fucking body, and just because what that is trying to seek validation.
No, absolutely.
That's all that shit is trying to seek validation.
But the thing about it, like, is that you never needed that. You feel me? But you spent your life, you know, through struggle and through things, and like I did too. Like, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that I don't even want to like put out there, but you know what I mean. I went through that where I felt like I wasn't good enough, or I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always wanted to feel validated. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't really last too long because like I knew, what my worth was and shit. So it's like,
well, and this is going back. Let's bring this full circle.
mm-hmm.
Let's bring this full circle back to the, a woman really valuing your worth. Right. It's nice. It's nice to hear certain things.
Absolutely.
But you just can't. You just can't pray to the gods. You just can't wish for the gods. Yeah. There's a reason why you have to give sacrifices. There's a reason why you got to give a blood sacrifice. You got to prove that shit. Yeah, like absolutely. I 100% believe, and this is going the inverse way. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of people who want to say they're devil worshippers or Satanists. Yeah. Do what you got to do to meet the devil, and you will meet him. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
hell yeah.
If I went on a fucking, let's just say a spree, I'm not gonna. I don't know what the YouTube algorithms are saying, so I'm not gonna say it out loud. Yeah. I mean, if I just went on and started bodying niggas left and right, I guarantee you, chances are I have a lot more chance of meeting the devil than the person with just like a picture of Satan on the wall. Right. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Hell yeah.
So, if people, are going back to the good part, to the godliness. Yeah. If someone is saying that they recognize your divinity, they got to show that too. Right. It just can't be words. Words without action is dead.
Just words. That's what I always say. Talk is cheap, and I like expensive shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna talk about it, then you got to be about it. And for a lot of women, that's a huge proponent, and a lot of women, it's like, I could tell a woman, of everything, but unless I show it, then they don't believe it. But like in my lifetime, I've always been like that. You know how many times? You know how many times my dad, when he was an alcoholic, and he used to promise us to take us to all these different places, and every time he came around, in the beginning, I used to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
And then it's like I just get let down, and then before I knew it, like it was just talk to me, and I'm just like, yeah, all right, whatever. Yeah. Like I believe it when I see it, type shit. So.
Yeah, words gotta hold stock and hold value, and that's becoming a father. Or even just, I feel like becoming a father almost awakened me in some way. Mm-hmm. It almost opened my eyes because I feel like I was sleepwalking through life through half this bitch, over half this bitch.
No, I agree.
And now that I have kids and I can sort of see how my words have impact, how my word has impact. Like if you say you're gonna do something, do it. Yeah.
But it's like, with you, what I feel with, like, you don't know how many times I've seen people, like, I'm a type of dude that, like, you know what I'm saying, I could go to a barbershop, and I'm worried about how my energy is going to affect the people in the barbershop.
Yeah.
Because I'm, like, too self-aware, almost to the point where, like, I like when I see somebody that walks in the room and doesn't even know it. I'm kind of, like, envious of that. But at the same time, I shouldn't be, but because I'm so in touch with the world around me and everything that I'm just like, you know what? But like,
don't you think people like that are like, they're just not tapped into a frequency? I feel bad for people like that who are just oblivious of themselves. Yeah. Like there's a frequency in the world that they're just not even. There's just a level of consciousness in the world that's in their life that just they have not been able to tap into.
Right, and that's the problem. It's a lot of people that's sleeping, and I'm very awake, and I know like. I walk in the barbershop, the whole mood changes. Yeah. Everything changes. But sometimes I'm just like, if I'm not in the mood for it, I'm like feeling like introverted because, I kind of battle with like being introverted and being an extrovert. So it's like, it depends on how I wake up that day. But I feel like we're all that way. And, I feel like we got like 1,000 different people living in us. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but I see like the way that my energy affects people. Like I could be happy, and then like everybody else kind of like I bring other people's spirits up. Yeah. And then sometimes I could be like upset, and then I could see like people like avoid me like the Black Plague. Yeah. 'Cause I can't hide it, and then my energy is so strong that other people, whether they're awake or not, they can feel it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like a lot of people just are not one with themselves. They're just trying to be someone else or someone that's represented. You know what I mean? on the screen or an artist or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Or a facade.
That was my whole thing. Was just the whole reason why I started doing these videos was just to strip away the facade or strip away the ego and just have this shit up. I personally hate making edits to these videos because it just sort of takes the realness out. Like if you watch any other podcast, Joe Rogan or Joe Button podcast or anything, they make so many mistakes and errors and misspoken words and fucking everything.
They keep everything.
Yeah, they keep everything.
I see motherfuckers be like this. They'll grab water and like sip that shit, like all type of shit. So that's why I'm just like, fuck it. Like I'm just going.
Yeah.
Like because it's us. It's not supposed to be like you're supposed to pretend to be somebody or you're supposed to like, like I'm sitting at the table with like my girl's parents and I'm like. Practicing like proper etiquette, like it's
gotta be proper.
Like
fuck all that.
Yeah, it's just like, it's us. So we just all of this is me and you talking, and we just recording. Like,
yeah,
I mean?
I'll tell you right now that if anyone from my job seen this shit, they would be fucking surprised, because I am fucking quiet as hell at work. I don't talk to nobody at work. I'll let me. I'm very careful of who I show myself to.
And that goes back to what I was just saying about when I saw your drawing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you was just like open to me and just be like, yo, what up? Like you were skeptical from the time I told you, like, yo, come to my parents' house, you already was like, nah, well, I went to this person's house and this is what happened. Like you were reluctant. You were hesitant.
Yeah.
But, when you finally, you know what I mean? Because I was reaching my hand out to you.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to grab it and, you know what I mean? Take in my world, and I wanted to be like in your world, and that's why we, you know what I mean? We did that though. Yeah. But you were hesitant in the beginning though, because you didn't fully understand. But I get it why somebody could be so hesitant, because it's like it's very few and far between. Like when you meet somebody that has like your kind of values and you know what I mean? See the world for what it is. Like, I mean, I feel like we've always seen the world for what it was and not for what they're trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we saw Beyond the Veil.
Yeah, we seen Beyond the Veil a minute ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
Because I feel like what's happening with me now or with us or with adults in general is coming full circle back to who you are.
Yeah.
Because the world tries to shape you and mold you and change you and force you into fucking who knows what type of box.
Right.
Me being I'm gonna, like I always say, big ass loud black nigga, like there's a certain avatar that the world has already imprinted on me. Like if they don't know anything about me, if I don't open up my mouth and I just walk down the street, 10 people are going to have a version of me that's not true.
Yeah.
If I'm not smiling, if I'm not waving, if I'm not making eye contact, they already have the idea.
Yeah. And not to cut you off, but one thing that you showed me, to be honest, like that I learned from you, was I haven't always been comfortable in my own skin, but I always admired the fact that we would go to the hood. I'm saying right across the street from my crib at the time, going to the pool. And I would be self-conscious about the way that I look with, my shirt off and shit. You know what I mean? Being a skinny ass nigga. And then you would just be like, you didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I see, how many of these bitch ass niggas are so just niggas. You see niggas in the beach with fucking shirts on, and niggas in the pool with their shirts on. This man right here didn't give 2 fucks about that. You know how that made me feel? That shit empowered me.
Yeah.
That shit was real, yeah. And you showed me a lot throughout our whole adolescence. You showed me a whole lot, and I always love you for that. And you always that was so dope to me to see a nigga that was just you were so unapologetically you.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's so dope that this man is this way. You know what I'm saying? And it's that's why you can never judge a book by its cover, because it's just there was so much depth to you I'm just like, yo, this nigga's crazy. Like, this nigga's amazing. You feel me? Like, I'm being honest. Like, yo, you were so amazing. I'm like, yo, this nigga crazy. Like you made me want to be better because of the way that you were. Because it was just like, nigga, fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like, it's
I
me,
don't feel
nigga.
that way no more though, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Subconscious.
Yeah, that's the thing about it now though. It's so crazy because it's like in certain areas like you kind of regress. Like you say you a guy, you say this and you say that, but it's like I don't always feel like you feel that way now, but back then you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you're younger, it's like the world will beat a lot of shit out of you. Like when I was a kid, I always used to look up at adults and was like, I wonder why they're so unhappy all the time. Like, why the fuck are they so sad all the time? Why do they look tired all the time? Mm-hmm. I know now the world beats fucking dreams out of people.
And you know what's so crazy? I never forget, yo. When I used to live on the East End and I was a kid, I always been so weak. It's crazy. Yeah. So I remember being a kid and I said to myself like out loud, I said, "Don't forget me." Like, when I was a kid, because I was saying that to like me now. I told myself when I was older, like, don't forget me, like, don't forget the kid. Yeah. And it's so funny because it's like, you know, when I meet a female and like we talk on the phone, like I'm mad playful, like super playful, and it's just like they love that fact about me because I have like a boyish charm to me almost. Yeah. It's just like, you know, I could be shy and my mannerisms kind of change. It's like you don't really notice it unless you like really in tune with the shit, and that's just so real. Like that's just who I am, and for me to like have the hindsight, like I mean. Not the hindsight, but for me to have the foresight to see that, like, you know, because a lot of people that I saw, like, I saw my parents struggle. I saw, like, how it was. They just forgot. You know, as you get older, you got bills, you work, you kind of just get caught in the monotony of everything. And it's just, like, you kind of forget your child self. Yeah. To enjoy life and enjoy, like, the little small things. Yeah. When I was a kid, bro, I used to fucking, I mean, like, break into abandoned warehouses with my cousins and catch fucking like caterpillars and put them in a tank and fucking like watch them like build a cocoon and like turn into a butterfly, and I would like let them loose. Like I was that kid, bro. Fucking I used to catch different species of spiders, put them in a bottle and like shake the bottle up and watch them fight to the death. Like, to the death. Like fucking like try to catch salamanders. I like fucking flip over big ass rocks and try to catch salamanders, and you know what I mean? I was like a kid. Like, I was like a real kid. You feel me? Like, catch earthworms, put them in a fucking thing, put it in a bucket, like, watching race in, like, mud water. Yeah. Like, yeah, I was just like, I never wanted to forget that. You feel me? And I haven't, because that's just who I was. Like, imagine me with a little net going to the next, I mean, into the empty lot next to us, catching grasshoppers and shit. Yeah. Like, yeah, man. I would, in the hood though.
Could you still do that though?
Hell yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I would, bro. I was in the hood, bro. I remember I used to catch the little crack vials and shit and just like smash them on the fucking ground. Like that was our pastime. We going to the front of the house and smash the crack vials.
Smash crack vials. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we still from the hood, by the way.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy?
The suburbs.
Yeah, that's just like so crazy. It's just like sometimes you kind of forget like where you came from. And it's just like, yo, I literally made something like, my childhood to me is like one of the most precious things. And, you know, my imagination and how powerful it was. Yeah. And I still remember like climbing trees. Like I was just such a boy, like such a fucking boy. Like I'll go on the gate and try to like walk the gate and balance myself on the gate. Yeah. And I remember it was like a property behind the house. A huge property behind the house, and I climb over the fence. I mean, I'm talking about it's barbed wired and everything. I hop on the other side with a shovel. And I'm like looking for like for like alien graves and shit like that. Because I remember it was one night, like a fucking. I remember it was like thundering. It was thundering mad hard, and I remember I looked out the window. And I saw the thunder like hitting the middle of the field. So
oh, you was like, oh, there's something there.
Something there. So I never forget. Like I go over there and I'm like digging through shit. And for some reason, I started digging in a certain spot. Yeah. And I just like as I'm digging, I hear bing. Like, yeah. It's against metal. I'm like,
oh, you found it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was just I don't know what the fuck it was exactly because you know memories memory kind of escapes me, but I don't know. I was just like a kid's kid. I mean, I was just like a boy. Like I never forget, bro. I was climbing. I used to love climbing trees. They used to call me Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I could see that.
Everything. So I remember I was up on a tree. I was up so high, like your grandma, your mom, heart attack city. You know what I mean? And I remember like I had to take a dump so bad that I couldn't. I wasn't gonna be. I was up so high. I wouldn't be able to make it down and go to the bathroom. So I dead ass took a shit off of a tree branch. I was up there with Cash, or ask Cash. I was up there with Cash, and I was like, yo, I gotta take a shit.
So you just like, it didn't plop down?
Yeah, I just like on the branch, I just like scooted back a little bit. I just pulled it down, and like I scaled my way back down. I picked the shit up, threw it in the garbage, went upstairs, wiped my eyes, came back out and played. Like,
yeah, shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
Damn.
It's just those little moments when you were a kid, like, you feel me? But it's like, I remember all that shit. And sometimes we lose sight of that because it's, you know, we got bills, you gotta pay that, you gotta do that. Like, but it's just like, a lot of us lose that. You feel me?
Yeah.
A lot of us lose that human connection. And how I went to the Getty, and I just remembered about Mr. Michael.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I had $8 on me, bro. I went there, it was a Saturday. It was a Floyd Mayweather fight. I don't remember who he fought. I think it might have been Canelo, somebody, I don't know. So I go to the Getty and shit to get like Dutchess. So I was gonna twirl up. So I get there, you know, and Mr. Michael pop up. But it was like after I went in the store and got the Dutchess, so I spent $3. I got 3 Dutchess. And there was still $1. And then I get in the car and then he pop up. And he see me. I'm like, what's up? Like, we chopping it up. And he's like laughing. I'm like, yo, what's up? You gonna make fucking macaroni salad, bro? This is popping. Like, what's up? Like, he's laughing his ass off. And he's like, hey, man, you think you can help me? You think you got... Yo, I have $5 to my name. No job. This is like, I'm trying to stop, like, hustling. I'm trying to, like, you know what I mean? Turn over a new leaf. And literally, like, I gave this man my last $5, bro, to my name. And Monday... I had a fucking new job with that.
Yeah.
2 days later, I had a new job. And then, like, a month or 2 later, he passed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it was just like that human, like, I don't know, it was just... He called me at the perfect time because, you know what I mean? I was just thinking of myself, like, as when I was a child, and I was always trying to help people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always just... I don't know, it was just... It was a beautiful moment, man, and that's the last moment that I shared with him.
Yeah. I don't remember the last moment I shared with him.
But I'm just glad that the last moment that I had with him, like he was able to laugh with me and chill. And although he was asking me for money, you know what I mean? And we all go through periods of time where we you know what I mean? Where we need something. And the same motherfuckers you see on the way up, the same niggas you see on the way down.
Yeah.
So I never like put myself above nobody. Because at the end of the day, I'm human.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
And I think it was a beautiful moment because, like, literally right after, like, I had a job, like, Monday.
Yeah.
Started Monday morning. I went in. They made me take a test, a welding test. I passed. They said, you want to start today? I said, hell yeah. Done.
And that was it?
Yeah. Got paid Thursday that week. Over. You know what I mean?
So she
and I
wrote.
started making money. So.
Yeah, you never know where the twists and turns that life can give you or life could bring. You know, some of those turns ain't that swell.
No, absolutely.
But everything ebbs and flows.
To that.
Yeah, everything ebbs and flows though, man.
You could think you just untouched for so long doing what you do. You're invincible.
Yeah.
And then, you know, life is gonna show you like, chill, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna keep you in check.
Is that where you at now?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I honestly, like 3 girls died the day that I got into an accident.
Oh,
3
shit.
girls died. Yeah.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
3 girls died on 22.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Around the same time that I got into my accident. And yeah, man. And yeah, bro. I feel like it was God, like, you know, or higher power, whatever you want to call it, showing me that, like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it, you know, it allowed me to live because 3 girls died the same night, bro.
Man.
The same night, 3 girls died. That could have been me.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, that could be any fucking night. Like,
Yeah.
so many people die every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's we don't even. It's unimaginable to
Right.
us. You know.
Yeah, but to face that mortality, that moment, you know what I mean? To be like, hurt, you know what I mean, physically and emotionally. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It just kind of like put things into perspective because, yeah, like I don't even have my car total. My shit done.
Yeah.
My shit is done. But it's like, you know what I mean? I'm still here. Physically, I'm still here.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
you still here. You still here. You got all your limbs,
Yeah.
and you can always get another car, man.
Nah, absolutely.
You don't get another life.
Yeah, and that's why I remember when you came in that day and shit, you knocked on my door, you came in like that. I'm saying that meant a lot to me. Like, I was like, damn, it's my brother, you feel me?
Yeah, I was
And,
upstairs. Your fucking mom told me. I started crying and shit.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, that's crazy, you feel me? But, I mean, I love y'all niggas and you know what I mean? Like,
So if we go out and let's say when you do get back whatever the fuck you need to get back, and you out and you wildin',
nah,
and I'm like, yo,
nah,
we going, we taking an Uber.
Yeah, I know, I'm gonna listen. I didn't listen. Niggas tried, and I remember.
Like, I'm like, yo, what?
Niggas tried. My nigga LP tried. He was like, yo, let me take you home. I said, nah, nigga, I'm a grown ass man. Nigga, what the fuck? Like snapping. And I know how I could get sometimes when I drink. Like, niggas can't.
Yeah, you be getting King Kong and shit,
And I
nigga.
be ready to fight whoever. Anything,
Hubris.
Yeah,
Hubris is the thing, man. All of us have it. I know I fucking have it.
So, it's been costly. Literally. It took a very small toll on my mental, but not so much just because, like, you know what I mean? You gotta see, like, the beauty of it. There's beauty in the struggle, and not to quote a title of Beyonce's song, but, life is a beautiful nightmare. And, you know what I mean? There were signs there way before that happened. I'm still seeing signs now.
Yeah.
It never stops, bro. So it's like, I be seeing shit all the time.
Like what?
Orbs. I hear people talking to me. I see fucking like shadows and shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's like shit just be shit, but it's like the universe that's telling me shit.
The universe always tells people shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it be scary sometimes, man. Like that's why you gotta start smoking bud, man. You gotta start smoking bud again. I'm telling you, it's gonna reopen up those synapses.
But that's the thing about it though. It's just like I'm at open already. I don't necessarily need that to open me up. You feel me?
You don't, I'm telling you, man. I don't think it'll. I'm not saying it's gonna make it go away.
Right.
It'll just make the signal clearer. You know what I mean? It'll make it. Because I feel like consciousness is almost like a static TV, with bad static. But when you smoke, you can sort of like tune into that perfect frequency where you get the stations correct.
Well,
and maybe some of those stations, maybe it's things you're hearing in your subconscious or in you.
Yeah.
It just needs a little turn that shit onto the right station.
Well, it's always been like, for me, right, for me to describe like my journey through life, and I was told that I was born with a gift. Right? And when I was younger, I used to see a lot of spirits, you know what I mean, in the household. And we used to live in old Victorian homes, so I used to see a lot of shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't really know how to deal with it because, you know what I'm saying? But like the best way to describe it is like when you're like gifted this, it's a gift and a curse, but when you're gifted this thing, it's like when you leave your porch light on, son, you see, like, especially in the summertime, you see all the mosquitoes and the moths and everything like gravitate towards the light.
Yeah.
So when I was experiencing all that, it was just too much. I think the world was too loud. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I had to numb it, and now it's just like, imagine like turning the flash on your phone, right? Then you just put your hand over the flashlight, on your phone, but you still see like the little a light kind of emanating through your hand.
Yeah.
Like that's me right now. So the light is still there. It's just if I remove my hand away.
What's that thing in between the light?
What do you mean? What's the thing in between the light? It's just my mental.
Is it mental? Is it
it's
you?
Mental,
is it you blocking it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I have to because it's just like. I mean, now I'm kind of starting to just, you know what I mean? Because I went through the whole episode when I was younger, where like this demon was living in the fucking house with us, like on Front Street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had body experiences. This shit tried to take my soul, bro. This shit tried to take my body. And it was unsuccessful. It was unsuccessful. And I was able to fight it.
I still get chills every time you talk about stories like that, man.
Yeah, and that's true, man. That's true. And I was able to fight. We moved from the house to get away from that. And my mom was like, no. Like, she kept telling me no. And then when my mom described to me what she saw, I never told my mom what I saw. I just told her like it was something in the house. And then my mom would tell me that it was like a shadow coming off of the wall. Like just imagine the shadow peeling off from the wall. That's what I would see. I would be sleeping in my bed, bro. I wake up, I think it's my dad checking up on me, and that's just like floating, and it gets to the door, it reaches for the door now, and it disappears into the door. It's not my dad. You feel me? That ain't my dad. That's my dad. That nigga smooth as hell, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Nigga on some his Prince shit.
Fuck.
So it's like, you know what I mean? But like, you know, a lot of people don't believe in shit like that. But it's like, it's one thing for you to actually experience it, and for shit to actually talk to you and tell you shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. You know, it's hard for me to really believe in supernatural, but there are so many.
Well, you've been through your own experience.
I have, but it's so hard to sort of suss out what is imagination, what's real, what's a dream. And who knows, maybe a lot of that shit does exist. Like what if, because then if I put the supernatural is real lens on 100%,
right,
there's a whole lot of weird shit I have to really account for in my history.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of weird shit that happened in my history that is just like, what the fuck is that?
But it depends on like your openness. But like my mom is like super open. And super like, the reason why I even write poetry is because of my mom. Like, she draw and all that shit. Like, I remember stumbling upon her notebook one day, and that's how I actually got into writing. Was reading my mom's notebook. She had poems and she could draw. She could sing her ass off.
That I know.
Yeah. So it was like, that's like my first introduction to like poetry, and I could still read Spanish to this day. So, you know, I would read it and I'm like, damn, this is amazing. But it was very, like, romantic shit. So a lot of times, like, when I write shit, it's always, like, super romantic.
Yeah.
But it's, like, it's not about anybody in particular unless somebody's, like, my muse and they inspire me to write it. To write about them. It's just, like, I'm longing for a love that I've never had. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily inspired by, like, movies or anything that way. It's just, like...
You gotta let's be real, though. The best writing comes from pain, nigga. The best art comes from pain. Period, man.
The best poems that I've ever wrote have come from anguish, despair.
Yeah.
Yeah, hurt, and yeah, man. I have a lot of fucking poems, bro, and I read them, and sometimes I'm just like, damn, like I wrote that.
Yeah, you ever write something and don't even like you look back at it like I did that shit. Like I don't do a lot of poetry, but I have some that I have saved somewhere or on my phone or some shit. And you know, I can't believe that I wrote that. Even the book that I was working on, you know, I can't believe that I wrote that I wrote that shit.
Like I'm gonna read one to you.
Well, you're gonna read it to the world now. This is all going up.
All right, so I'm gonna read one to you. This is beautiful souls bound to these chains on this earth, stunting our growth, losing fragments of our souls as we watch the hatred in our world grow. Hearts cold as snow like the North in the Game of Thrones. I swear I feel the vibrations left over from past generations. Let's face it, this nation is heading towards damnation. pastors rotting the phantoms provided by the congregation. I ask the higher power for patience to smile in the presence of Satan. My soul is mine; it will never be yours for the taking. Like it was just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. It's like you get in the, you know what I mean?
Do a groove and let that shit flow, get inspired.
Yeah, it's just like, and then like to go back, let me see. So it's one that like, you know, from hatred and from, you know what I mean, fuck love type shit. And that's literally how it starts.
Oh, speaking to the microphone, make sure they can hear you. Make sure the world can hear you. We have a poetry jam.
So whenever I wrote, I said, fuck love, nah, I don't want to trust. Counting money, that's the only us. Put my heart out there for what? Throw your love away, I don't want it. Every time I start to feel it, I get nauseous. So baby girl, don't play no games with me. Love ain't free, it means I have to give you all of me. Pain has no return policy. Too many scars on my heart, I swear at night they sing to me. Falling for you, what the fuck is this? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me.
Fuck this bitch. That's how you end that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what's wrong with me. Fuck that bitch. She ain't shit. Oh man, let's go on the toxic bag. Let's just go into hate bitches mode.
But you know, it's just like,
Nah, seriously, that's just not bad.
nah, I mean, I got, you know what I'm saying? I get in my bag, bro. I get in my bag, brother.
You still write like? Shit, what was the soonest thing you wrote? Cause I haven't wrote anything in years.
I write a lot of shit. I wrote one for my son, like, after I dropped him off, like, you know what I mean? I write a lot, so it's just like, that's a big thing in my life, is just like, you know, writing and reading and, yeah, bro. I got poems that'll make you sick to your fucking stomach, bro.
I'm sure you do. But we podding right now, nigga. Let's get some toxic poems. Here, let me get some.
I got a lot. I'm gonna read the one I wrote to my son.
Okay, we're gonna give this one due respect.
So, this is like during the summertime I was with him. So, I love those summer nights with you. That smile on your face was bigger than the moon. You're that spark that lit up my heart like a Christmas tree in the living room. My little baby boy, a star in your own right. You lighted the sky day or night. We parted ways for now. You're that little light of mine. Now every time I close my eyes, I see that little smile. The apple of my eye. My feelings for you can never be disguised. This love I have for you will never die. I swear I'll still love you even when I'm in the sky.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I'm a talented writer, man.
Are you gonna let him see that one day?
Of course. I'm gonna make a scrapbook and I get inspired by the goofiest shit. Like this one that I wrote was literally inspired by POF. literally. I thought the chick headline was "Catch Me If You Can." Yeah. I read that and I just diarrheaed like one sitting. It wasn't no revision, nothing.
Yeah.
And this is what came out. I thought to myself, what a fitting quote. Catch me if you can, she wrote. There's plenty of fish that snag my line, but not very many that are worth my time. You see, what I seek is substance. I need somebody with love and abundance, a partner in crime, like Bonnie and Clyde, a woman whose heart is only mine. As we lay together and gaze into each other's eyes, I swear it's like we've been space and time, moving through the cosmos at the speed of light. I'll plant the seed while you'll be the light. The foundation to any relationship is friendship. Oh, let's not forget, and a lot of patience. You know
All right, that one was good. I like that one.
I mean,
I want it to be more toxic. All these mad romantic and sweet, yo. Let's get to the hatred bag.
It's I don't know, man.
You're a romantic nigga, man. I gotta say.
But that's why I had the precursor of telling you about that. I wrote like my mom poems. Grew up more like with my mom. My dad was always out doing what he was doing. So like the first poem that I ever wrote was like a love poem. So like, you feel me?
That's just
like
engraved in you.
Yeah, just like the love that you never that you never had. You know what I mean?
And this is why these women are calling you. You know, I mean, you too good.
Listen to this. This definitely gonna make you throw up in your stomach.
Oh
Throw
God.
up in your mouth.
Well, I'm about to do that shit right. All right, let me brace myself.
So it feels like a decade since I've seen you smile. It feels like a century since I've tasted your lips.
Oh,
it feels like an eternity since I felt the warmth from your fingertips. I miss everything about you, from the arch of your eyebrows to your Madonna sign lips. That button nose begging for an Eskimo kiss. I know I'm far from perfect. But we're all works in progress. My feelings for you are true and my intentions are pure. I just hope that you can see you're the only one that I adore.
Oh, man. Adore? Oh. You can't use Adore anymore. Adore is out in 2020. Adore is fucking out in 2020. Oh, man. Listen. Yo. I mean, you got some panty droppers over there, man, but still.
Nah, it's a talent, bro.
It's a talent to be gay?
No, it's a talent to
it's a talent to getting these bitches draws. It's a talent, nigga.
Nah, the talent is just like, you know, being able to, you know what I'm saying?
Say what these bitches want to hear. Let's just let's get this shit. We've been mad mature for this whole fucking time. We going crazy now. It's crazy season now.
I don't know. This is one of my talents, bro. I can write.
Man, you was a smooth nigga, man.
You
You smooth as hell, man. I wish you can just give me some of that smoothness, just so I could, you know, smooth the sledgehammer that is me. But man,
it's being in touch with yourself, man. It's just being, cause like, you know, from day one, man, I always just wanted to be more female. It's just, you know what I mean? I always wanted like that true love.
You want to be with one girl, one female?
Yeah.
You want one pussy for the rest of your life?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna get bored?
That's a fact.
Is she bi? She can bring girls in the room with you?
No.
You just want one?
Just me, nobody else.
Oh man, that sounds depressing.
I mean, you know, we all have our opinions, you feel me?
Listen.
I'm a spicy nigga, though, and I mean, she ain't gonna get bored of this dick. So.
Of course not. But you might get bored of just one.
Nah, but there's shorties out there that keeps it fresh, though.
And if they don't, what if they don't? What you gonna be strong enough to be like, yo, bitch, you gotta do some Kegels. Tighten up that snatch.
I mean, you know,
you gonna be like, hey, you gotta start working out, or you know, you gotta suck my dick more. You know what I mean? Like how would you if your girl isn't sucking your dick enough,
mm-hmm.
How would you present that to her?
I mean, nah, that's my thing though. I ain't gonna deal with nobody that's not.
You just gonna have the meat out just at all times, just waiting.
The thing about it is that like I'm a freak. So I need somebody that's gonna like, that's someone that's gonna like, you know what I'm saying, see that and reciprocate my energy, because I'm the type of nigga, my nigga, I'll fuck a shorty like, it could be a couple of seconds and I can skeet off and everything and just put it right back in there. So
yeah. Like, have you ever had that issue though? Like with a chick that's you've been with them for a while and they just sort of lose that pizzazz.
It's weird because like I'm normally like the dominant one in a relationship. So
yeah.
Like when it comes to like
so you you just come up to her and just like put your meat in her mouth, like you just like she laying on the bed, you just grab her head like you know.
Yeah. Like if a shorty like we get into an argument, like if we get into like an argument, like I'll grab a shorty by the throat. Try to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you just shove the meat in the mouth.
Yeah.
The meat in the mouth.
Yeah. I'll grab a shorty by the head.
Oh man. Oh, this nigga. All right, you hear this? He's a savage.
So like
he's a savage too. Don't let the fucking poetry fool you. He'll just come and just shove a meat in your mouth, nigga.
I mean,
girl.
It's not.
Girl, nigga.
It's not so much like. See, that's what niggas got. That's what niggas got twisted. It's like I'm gonna show you Not because I want to, it's just the way that I am. Like, I'm gonna show you like a soft side because I'm naturally like I care about people. You feel me?
Before you slap her in the face with the dick and show the soft side, then that comes.
I want her to like gargle on my dick. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. Let's get it.
I want her to like. And I'm like pull her mouth out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you look so beautiful.
You feel me? I'll spit on my dick and put my shit right in my mouth. You feel me?
Ah, you know there we go. This is the savagery I'm talking about. You spitting your own shit. You spitting your own.
Yeah. And I have a bitch suck my dick, kiss me. You know what I mean? I let a bitch like spit in my mouth and I'll spit that shit back in her mouth.
Oh shit! I got a problem with spit. You a freak, nigga. You good with that? You good with that?
Yeah,
hey, some people. You get all that?
Yeah, I'm the type of nigga. I see that shit start to cream on my dick. I put my dick on and rub it all over my dick. And I'll be like, I put that shit in the bitch's mouth. Like, what you mean, bro? I'm a freak, nigga.
Oh man, all right.
You think these hoes be acting crazy for no reason? No,
of course not. Now we getting content. We finally got. If you stay through the poetry, you got pure savagery.
I mean, yo, it's just like, see, that's the thing. Niggas got misconstrued. It's just like, there has to be a balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I could love you and you could be like my world, my everything, my heart. I'ma fuck you, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like an animal.
Like, I'ma just, I mean, women want that though.
You gonna go in caveman mode?
Huh?
You gonna go in caveman mode? And
yeah, absolutely. Like, I'll talk a shorty, like, whisper in her ear, like, tell her to shut the fuck up, put my hand on her mouth, tell her to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Fuck the shit out of her, like, I'm not gonna go into details.
You're
just very lightly. Not how you did. Not how you told me. Nah,
you gotta get it.
Nah, not like that. Not like that.
All right, just a couple.
Nah, but yeah.
If she likes it though, if she likes it, you don't do that. You don't hit a woman unless she wants to.
I've choked shorties till they was red. Like, but niggas be thinking that's what I'm saying. Like don't let the poetry like confuse you.
Yeah, don't let the poetry fool you. Niggas are savages.
Don't let the poetry fool you. It's just like, you know, I feel that way. And it's love, but it's like, you know, sex is sex though. There's sex and then there's like love making. So sometimes where you may not, you know, you may not do those extracurricular activities. It's more so like but sometimes your body kind of takes control of it, or that connection you have with somebody kind of takes control of your motor skills, so to say.
Yeah. What if you was fucking with a chick and she didn't want you to kiss her?
You know how many girls I fuck without kissing?
No, I'm
like
not.
90% of them. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait. I mean, active.
No, I could be the side nigga. You feel me? Nah, bro.
Nah, you don't even kiss.
Nah, bro. If you ain't my girl, nah. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna mess with no.
See, you got that pretty boy fucking. You got the pretty boy privilege. I gotta kiss these bitches, man. Even if I want to.
It's a lot of stories.
Stankin' breath and everything. I gotta mwah. Thank you for giving me this pussy.
Yo, honestly, I'll be keeping 100 with you, no cap. I've fucked more women without ever putting my lips on them. And I'd be like surprised myself. Like, I swear to God. I swear.
I believe you.
And then I had shorties that, like, you know what I mean, we get down, whatever. I had one shorty, she was like, you fucked me like I was a whore. I'm just like, what you mean? Like, what you mean? Like, I mean, like,
wasn't it good?
Like, yeah. And another shorty come me like, oh, I didn't know you was gonna go in like that. I'm like, what you mean? That's what I do. Like, why you surprised? Like, what kind of niggas you been fucking? Like,
yeah.
I'm because I'm mad passionate. But I feel like, I don't know, some people just, like, as cool, as calm and collected that I am, like, I'm super passionate.
Yeah.
So it's like, even whether it be like my thoughts, what I believe in, like everything, I'm mad passionate about anything. And I know, you know, because, you know, through sports and shit, when I wasn't able to do something, I'm like, I keep going, I don't give a fuck. Can't dunk the ball, I'm gonna keep doing it until like I dunk it, like, or I'm tested and I lose and I'm just keep coming back. Like, so I'm like,
competitive.
I'm a man that's like competitive, and I'm fueled by passion. So it's like that, you know, it displays itself and, you know, into the bedroom.
Yeah. Oh man. I think I think we got a great one right now.
I mean, shit, it is what it is.
Oh man, I'm not editing none of this shit out this time. I've been saying that and then I edit shit out.
Yeah.
Nah, let's just let this shit fucking rock. Let's
Let's
just do this from now on. Fuck it. I mean, unless we see
got
something
almost
too
a
crazy.
fucking hour in.
We got a damn near hour in. We barely even like scratched the surface. We said a lot though.
But you can just take out what you do and do like clips if you want.
I'll do that, yeah. But
you gotta put the whole like.
But I want to put the main shit out.
You can put the whole thing out
and then clips.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm very happy with you getting wild finally. I mean, this wasn't even wild yet. This wasn't even like insane.
Nah, cause I feel like what I'm saying, there's certain things that's just not really to be spoken about. It's just like when niggas always be like, they might be talking to a shorty, they be like, yo, I'm gonna body that shit. I'm gonna kill that pussy, but and then they get to it, and then it's just like they build up the woman's expectations so high that they don't fulfill that.
Yeah.
Versus me, I'd be like, yo, I got a little ass dick. Like, you wanna make me come in like 2.5, like 2.3 seconds, and I'm trash. And then you know what I mean? I pleasantly surprise them. So it's like
I don't think they believe that shit though.
I'd rather just downplay myself, and then you know what I mean? Cause I said sex is not to be talked about. It's more like, come here, let me show you.
Yeah.
You feel me? But a lot of niggas do a whole lot of talking. I mean, I could do the talking and back it up, but it's just like, for what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we'll get into more escapades in the future. This was a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for enjoying the Big Black Dude show with my boy
DR from DR. You already know.
And see you guys later. Peace. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that other bullshit. Here, put your fingers down. Do the down finger.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to my
Subscribe.
Subscribe to my brother.
Subscribe to my brother. Well, his brother. Me. Subscribe. Alright, see you guys later. Enjoy. Peace.
I don't know. Peace.
Cool.